Hello there. It's been a long time. I've been gone for a little over a year, haven't I, at this point? I know this is not a very large YouTube channel, however, it's mine, and I think I like that it's quaint, and it's something I can do for fun. All will come with an explanation as to where your favorite, well, no one's favorite, person on this internet has gone to for a very brief period. But just know that right now, we're getting back into the swing of things slowly with Firewatch, a game that I very much love. Let's get into it. You see Julia. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You are Henry. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. But you approach her. You're drunk. So, what's your, major? You're pretty. You slur the word major and it smells like and you smell like cords. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says, and I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours, she asks. You sniff the air. Toxicology? Was that a burn, you ask? She says definitely. Worried she hurt your feelings, she asks if you want to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you're Julia's boyfriend. Backpack. It's the emptiest parking garage I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, that won't fall out or anything. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Julia wants to get a dog. As a scruffy undersized beagle, Julia is in love. She wants to bring it to her class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German Shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while she's walking this dog. It's badass. While I love German Shepherds and would love to name one Mayhem, beagles are also adorable, so we picked the beagle and she names him Bucket. Bucket's a good dog, and a week later you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him. You love him too. 1979. Talk out on the deck. It's summer. 9:30, and the heat radiates off the granite-dyed desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Kids. They're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have some, a couple little idiots, that'll be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. Oh, well, apparently yeah, just don't lock that. Leave it right here. Or somebody will steal it. Thoroughfare Trail. Already peaceful, despite the fact I can tell it's just a skybox. 1980. It's Thursday night and Julia's 4 hours late. She doesn't call you. You're worried and getting angry by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. You ignore her, and it's never a good thing to get mad. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. 1981. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants for the research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like He-Man. You frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. It's much funnier. Very nice. And goodbye, ankles. Could be worse. '82. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Bucket at night. There's a festival in town. It brings folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Bucket gets kicked. Dog! Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she's stressed. You confront the attacker. You scare him away. You reach in your pocket like you've got a gun and threaten to kill him. You manage to scare all three of you. He runs away. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. '84. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale's in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. That's the worst. Convincing her to not take the job is the worst possible option, because if it's a great job, it's like relationships are hard. But agree if she commutes back and forth. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She'd lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important for her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. You said that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. That's not something you should just forget about. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia may be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Oh, that's lovely. Bucket's getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She's devastated. She's sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. On the days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family. They're crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. 8. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple of months. You're determined to take care of her. See, this is. I have some insight onto this thought as of recently in my life, and this is one of the harder decisions you will ever be forced to make in your life is do you move a loved one into a care facility or do you take care of them yourself? And so let's move her to a care facility, because that's too much for any one person to handle. It's nice out here. Hey, dear. Well, he's gonna bounce away. Cool. Her family agrees with your decision. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day, then every other day. You go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells their husband, if you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I will cut your balls off. You slowly decide not to see your old friends that much. Julia's sister Susan moves to Boulder to be close to her. She visits her every day. You go with her some of the time. Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to use it if you won't see a therapist. You won't. You always really liked Susan. Months go by. Bucket dies. Julia doesn't remember him when you tell her. Sometimes it takes her a minute to lock in on you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less, and seeing her less and less makes her forget you more. You think summer is coming, and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. There she is. Well, now that we've all been thoroughly depressed by the opening of this, time to be thoroughly depressed by the topics of this game, except for the lovely, lovely scenery. Hop over. Moon. God, this is a job that in recent, like, oh, hey. This is a job in like recent years that I thought, man, this would be really cool to do. And then the more I thought about it, I went, huh, there's probably no internet out here. And also, I don't like heights. So, yeah, never mind. Pinecone. Throw. Supplies for thoroughfare for 2 forks. No, hang on. No, no, no! Oh. No. There. Another pinecone. God damn it. I thought it said comic book. Cool.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
There she is.
Two Forks Tower, this is Thoroughfare Tower. Come in.
Contact your supervisor.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I Sleep? Forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
You've killed 3 ex-husbands.
Okay, you've killed 3 husbands. You're a black widow and you're just out here until the heat dies down and then you'll kill again.
Ooh, very good. Bravo, Henry.
Okay, I sleep now?
Not quite. Now you.
Okay, good night, bye.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you, but 9 times out of 10, folks out here simply got dumped.
Huh, is that it?
Close?
Good night.
Good night. Welcome to the job.
Firewatch.
Good morning, Henry. Well, I guess good afternoon. You probably slept like a rock. Anyway, there's still a few hours of daylight to get some work in. I can see you at your desk, so call me when you're ready.
Hey, sorry, guess I slept in.
You got a relaxing, what, 14 hours of sleep? Whew.
Yeah, Jesus, I guess it's what, 6?
6:45.
Whoops.
Don't worry about it. That hike puts everyone out of commission for a day or two. But now that you're up, let me quickly get you acquainted with the job. There's a thing in the middle of your room with a round map on it. Do you see it?
2 orcs map.
It's right in the middle of your room.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
This is the Osborne Firefinder, invented in 1914 by W.B.
Osborne?
You use this to spot, you guessed it, What the fuck?
What is it?
Nothing. You use this to... Oh, fuck me!
Good God, language, lady.
Out your west-facing window. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are those fucking fireworks?
Whoa, that's not legal, right?
No. You need to get down there right now and stop them. Fire danger is through the fucking roof.
Is that really my job?
Your job is whatever I say it is. Look, the closest ranger is like 2 days away. Go down there and set him straight.
What, I write to my ticket?
Do I write him a ticket?
Easy there, Dirty Harry.
Well,
Get going. You'll probably need a rope to get down the shale between you and the lake, if I remember right. There should be one in the supply box on the way. The code is 1234. It's actually that for all of them.
secure.
Shut up.
Alright, fine. Glass cleaner. Stanley thermos. Manly thermos. I'll sleep with it. Beautiful. And off we go. Alright. Who comes into the National Forest just to shoot off fireworks? Like, are you that much of a simpleton? Alrighty. You know, it's funny, I don't think you actually ever wind up going to half of these areas. I've already seen this game multiple times, but I still have never played it, so. Okay. The outhouse where you will...
So it's just the outhouse then, in terms of going to the bathroom?
You're a man, Henry. You can go wherever you want. Well, number one at least. And, full disclosure, I pee wherever I want as well.
So this generator is all the power I've got out here.
Yep, it doesn't go through much gas, and, well, you don't have much in the way of electronics, so...
What about my hairdryer?
Oh, I'm sorry. You might just have to make peace with frizzy locks.
I could never.
I love equally sarcastic assholes such as myself. Man, rock. Oh, it's an old baseball, but it's a rock.
I feel like I'm going to be murdered when I'm in the outhouse.
Feeling a little exposed, are we?
Hey, no man in the history of the world has felt tough with his pants around his ankles.
Well, be strong. You can always call if you're having trouble.
Sure, I'll do that. Ah. I don't think there's any fictional character I hate more than Forrest Burns.
Henry, as an employee of the Forest Service, that is treason.
Yeah, well, he really freaked me out as a kid.
He inspired me to spend the bulk of my 30s keeping the wilderness safe.
A shrink would have a field day with you.
Thanks, Mom.
What kind of name is Forrest Burns anyway?
Well, that would be a pun, Hank. A glorious pun.
I went to junior high with a guy named Royal Butts.
Royal?
Butts.
I didn't think anyone had been named Royal since the 1850s.
Well, Royal's mom, Flo, was a bit of a trendsetter.
Flo Butts? Oh man, that's even worse.
Yeah, well, it's still better than Forrest Burns.
Wasting government water. Okay, so... Cache 306. So I need to keep hitting this. This is the way I'm supposed to go. Okay. Yeah, like I said in the introduction, I've been gone for a while. I wanted to try to slowly get back into this, see if I actually enjoy doing it again. The reasoning for my departure, for anybody who actually did watch some stuff while I was posting a year ago, I actually did get a job as a cop. So the channel name CyberCop fits now, doesn't it? I worked in a very small sheriff's office for a year. That year included 6 months of an academy and roughly 6 months on the road. It was I hadn't really planned to come back to this because I had thought maybe, oh yeah, this will be the thing that I do for the rest of my life. I didn't really want to be putting things on YouTube while I was doing that. I wanted to devote myself entirely to it, but I'll continue the story in a second.
So are there a lot of these out in the woods?
Yeah, we got them all over the Shoshone. They saved us a lot of back and forth from the trailhead. Don't take all the good stuff.
Yeah, all right.
And he'll never relock that.
Hey, I found a note to a guy named Ron from some guy Dave.
That's probably Dave Gaskell. He's completely nuts.
Is that right?
Harmless, but yeah, one of those, you know, fall off the grid and eat ants for a week type. Totally fucking cuckoo. Which is kind of what the job attracts.
Hey, a snack!
Hey, there's a snack in here. I'm probably gonna eat it.
You definitely do not want to do that. Whatever's in there has been in there for years. That's how you get food poisoning.
She told me not to, therefore I did it.
I tracked down that rope. It was right where you said.
Great. So you should be set to get down to the lake.
What's back this way? Which way did I come? Hang on. I'm lost. I think it was this way. Aww. I wanted to have an adventure. The medicine wheel. Ooh. That is... I want to say it's this way. But yeah, as I was saying, I was a cop for a year. Um, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Learned a lot. Especially after going to college for criminal justice, you actually realize that you can use it to a degree. Your degree to a degree, I guess. But in the end, it didn't really go down the way I wanted it to. Turns out maybe I'm not as cut out to be a cop as I thought I was. And in maybe the agency I chose to do things at wasn't entirely fostering to people that they didn't think belonged there. So I don't want to get into it. Into like the nitty gritty details of it. I don't intend to express which agency it was that things went bad at, because I do think there were a lot of really good people there, and that it was a minority who caused what happened to me. But anyway, life goes on. I'll find something else. Maybe this will be it. Probably won't be. But, you know, at the very least it's for fun, and we're here. And I haven't put the video up yet, but I intended to make the title a little nice double meaning joke. So, there we go. And now we're here, playing Firewatch, a game that I have always liked, and really wish to see more of in the genre. There's a really good podcast I found recently titled, it's called Tower 4. It's not really a podcast, it's like a web show. Or not really a web show, I guess, but an audio drama. It's Tower 4. It's very good. It is a guy up in a Firewatch lookout tower, and weird stuff starts happening to him, kind of like the same as this game. And this, if you ever really had like one of those settings in fiction, or even in, like, kind of, I guess, like realistic fiction or true story type stuff, one of those settings or tropes or something like that that really just makes you go, wow, this game is this is it's a turtle.
Whoa, I found a turtle. Maybe it's a tortoise. It's a thing with a shell.
Well, isn't that something?
It's actually pretty cute.
Well, Henry, if you decide you want it to keep you company, nobody'll mind.
Now, what do I call it? Looks like a,
Shelly
this ought to be good.
Bucket Jr. It's a Turt Reynolds.
Turt Reynolds.
Well, now I can't wait to see him.
The mustache is impressive.
You tell him I love Cannonball Run.
Turt Reynolds is staying with me. I love turts. Yes.
Whoa, Delilah, the trail I hiked in on, it's gone.
What is this, the Twilight Zone?
No, there was a rock slide. Is there another path out of the thoroughfare?
Let me think.
Oh my god, I guess I'm lucky I wasn't on it when it happened.
Yeah, for sure. Without some impossible mountaineering, there's not really another way out.
So what the hell?
We'll fly you out? I mean, sometimes folks get cut off by a fire and we just scoop them up when it's time to go.
Okay.
Don't be nervous.
Maybe I'll just live out here.
Maybe I'll just live out here now.
Henry the Hermit.
Maybe I'll find myself a baby bear to keep as a pet and live off the land like Grizzly Adams.
But yeah, as I was saying before, I was so not rudely interrupted. No, he's glorious by Turt Reynolds. Yeah, Tower 4. It's a good audio drama. I'm only one season in right now, but there's apparently 3. It's very interesting. And this is just like the idea of out in the woods with. I think this game, it definitely probably wasn't the first to do it, but this is the most, I think, high profile instance of Firewatch Tower as a setting for something. And ever since I started listening to Tower 4, I've just had this thought in my head of like, this would be like a really good setting for like a horror game.
Hey, I can see your tower.
Yep, that's me. Bye.
Oh, well, fuck you too. But yeah, so this is just a nice, relaxing game to get into for my soiree back into this whole shtick. So, we're taking this journey together. That, and I'm sure that anybody who would watch this is already familiar with Firewatch. So, in fact, Tower 4 has a thing they do apparently. The company that produces it has a thing they do every time they finish a season of one of their audio dramas. They do a recap episode. And the first recap of the first season of Firewatch is, they're the guys like, well, we need to address that some people think there's some similarities to Firewatch here. And one of the guys is like, what's Firewatch? Like, I've never even heard of it. And the guy's like, yeah, well, it's a video game, and I have played it, but I'm not stealing from that game. Trust me. Like, it wasn't like, I was worried that I didn't even want to do this because I thought people were going to say it's just like Firewatch. That's really funny. Because it almost kind of feels like he's trying to be, like, overly apologetic. Like, no, I didn't steal from Firewatch. And, you know, in all fairness, I don't think they were trying to steal anything from Firewatch. I think there is a good, it's also kind of hard to say, like, oh, you're stealing from this game about this subject when it's not exactly like, it's a real thing that both this game and Tower 4, it's a real, the things go down the same way, like.
Wow, there's an old, I think it's called a medicine wheel out here.
Yeah, it was made by Crow American Indians hundreds of years ago.
I'm stepping
There are
all
lots
over
of
it.
small ones. Have you ever been to Medicine Wheel Monument over in the Bighorns?
Well, I sure haven't.
Well, it's worth a 3-hour detour on the way home in August.
Neat. I'll keep it in mind.
But yeah, it was very, oh.
So I'm at the medicine wheel.
So you're near your lookout.
Yeah, sure. So if I'm at this medicine wheel near my tower, where should I go to find the fireworks?
They're to your northwest from there, I think. If you hike north from there, you should find the shale slide I mentioned.
I'm back on track? Yeah, I am. Good. Oh.
Hey, there's a tree out here that's been ripped to hell.
And?
Don't you think that's, you know, like, disconcerting?
Henry, there are 500-pound grizzly bears out here. They sharpen their claws on trees.
We don't have grizzlies in Colorado. People killed them a long time ago.
Well, in the thoroughfare, they hunt people, they kill people, they bury their bodies, and then come back weeks later to eat them because they prefer rotten meat. People just disappear.
Don't you think that's disconcerting?
No, Henry, that's life.
Christ, lady.
Damn. That's a gruesome way to look at things, but okay. Not unrealistic. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like, I think it's kind of, it's a very funny thing to say, hey, you know, you copied this, like this, oh, this, oh, God, well, God damn it, every time I want to talk.
This vista is incredible.
Which one?
Down the hill from my tower. There's a canyon and then the rest of, well, everything.
Yeah, you should see what I'm looking at. An eagle has been hovering over this gorge for the past hour. And maybe if you're good, you can come by and see it at the end of the summer.
Interesting. I can still hear those damn fireworks going off. But like, I don't think you can really say, hey, you know, you copied this setting for something, therefore you're copying Firewatch. I mean, A, it's an actual job that exists, and it is very similar to how this goes from my understanding of it. And B, it's a very good setting for stories. Like, there's not much that has a fire tower involved that I don't want to see it. Except maybe that one movie with Angelina Jolie. What is it, like Firestarter or something like that? It's like, John Wick out in a Firewatch tower. It's like, oh, okay, now you're going a bit too far, personally for my taste. But not that John Wick isn't awesome. Trailer for Ballerina came out the other day, and I'm actually fucking hyped for that because Norman Reedus is in it.
This shale slide is steep. How do you expect me to get down this?
I don't remember it being that bad. It's not even named on our topos.
The shitty boss is going to get me killed.
It should be called Cripple Gulch, just east of Gonna Pee in a Bag Forever Flats.
Oh, is that Absorka Indian? Maybe Creek?
It's actually English for not in my job description.
That wasn't what I wanted to do. Did he write on there Crippled Gulch? Yes, he did, Cripple Gulch. That's good. Hell with it.
No!
Man, that's the wind knocked out of you.
Hey,
What the hell's wrong with you?
Cripple Gulch got me.
What exactly happened?
My rope snapped coming down the shale slide.
Think you'll have to pee in a bag for the rest of your life?
No, I think I'll make it.
Well, be careful for Christ's sake.
Not Crippled Gulch.
Hey, there's a tie-off point off here just a little away from the shale slide.
Well, you ready to get back on that horse, huh?
I can't go any further is what I'm saying.
That heads south down to the creek, but you should be able to get to the lake just by continuing west. Without any, mountaineering.
All right.
It's a long summer. You can explore later.
It really is peaceful out here. Which is funny because I'm sitting in my bedroom playing a video game about being outside in the wilderness while I am not.
It is a hell of a nice camping spot down here by the lake.
I haven't been down there in years, but yeah, Jonesy Lake area is perfect.
Jonesy, Fortnite? I'm sorry. I'm not, but it was, it was a bad joke. I'm really not, but it was a bad joke. God, I really wish they'd made a sequel to this. Like, I don't need it to be, like, continuing the exact same characters and plot lines, but it would have been really nice to get a... Oh my God.
There's a critter out here. A raccoon.
I can't understand you.
Because I'm whispering.
Because you're whispering.
Well, he disappeared. Into the void. Gone forever. Well, yeah, like, I kind of just wish they had made, like, another game about, like, fire lookouts. Like, hey, this time other stuff happens. I mean, they could have made a game that was literally just, like, you actually watching for fires, and I would have found it very soothing. Oh.
Finding a bunch of empty beer cans. They threw them all over hell.
The idiots down at the lake?
Yeah,
Really?
them. I just found where they're hanging out. What do you know? People with shitty manners drink shitty beer.
What, you don't like a cold Musqua Light on a hot day?
No, I do. But then again, I didn't say my manners were any good. Better than these fucking litter bugs, though, that's for sure.
Look, I'm someone who, my thought process on littering is, don't do it if you don't do it, but some like no, I mean like, I'm not making any excuses. Just don't do it. Like, don't be an asshole about it. This is a level of I can understand beating the shit out of somebody for this. Like, you're just being an asshole. Like, it's a difference between you drop it and you like, man, oh sorry man, I dropped my beer can. I didn't notice. I have no idea where it is now. There's another just throwing it everywhere.
Oh, look, they decided to have a campfire, too.
You know, they color-coded the fire danger signs in case people were illiterate. But I guess that doesn't take into account just plain stupid, does it?
Nope, that's how the world works.
They left their packs tied up here.
Don't fuck with them. The last thing we need is some hikers filing a report about harassment.
Oh, shit. Ferret are Irish. They left half a bottle of whiskey. Decent stuff.
Drunk pyromaniacs. Fucking great.
Well, I put out their fire.
Man, I would have named that forest fire something good, too.
Hey, I can always restart it.
No. I think your first instinct was the right one.
Found the fireworks. They didn't even try to hide them.
Well, confiscate them.
Uh-oh.
Well, they left their clothes out to dry. It looks like 2 people. Well, what if they're naked?
Won't that be exciting? Look, they're obviously still there, so tell them off and then head back.
There's not even a tent. Like, look how dark it's getting, and there's not even a tent. And they're already shit-faced. Good God. They did throw those damn things literally everywhere. I keep trying to jump and then remembering there is no jump. Oh.
I found a bra.
A nudie pyromaniac. Remain professional.
Like, why do you just throw it all literally everywhere? Thank God he dropped it.
There are, panties?
They are what?
I don't want to say that word again.
Why, 'cause you're 12?
Why did you even pick it up?
There's a... Ooh.
Yes?
There are 2 naked ladies out here.
Can you handle that?
Come on, I like naked ladies, same as anyone, but there's, you know...
2?
Yeah.
I know this will be tough for you, but try to pick your tongue up off the ground and do your job.
Okay. I found them in the lake.
Skinny dipping.
Yeah.
Is that a guy over there?
Oh boy. Enjoy dealing with that.
You gotta take it easy with the fireworks, all right?
You ought to take it easy at the Sizzler buffet. Chelsea? What? He's just some loser out in the woods. I mean, he's groaning. Why do you guys think it's all right to just stare at girls?
You don't know a damn thing about me.
We know you're a peeping Tom. How long have you been standing over there?
Oh my God, is that what you are? Barf me out.
Ew. Can we just get out of here?
Ew, totally.
You're gross.
You're just some sad man out in the woods.
Yeah, well, I'm a sad man with a job, so. I know you can throw their boombox on the river, but I'm not gonna be a big thing about it. Take the high road. Yeah, they stole their liquor.
Okay?
Hope they drown.
I hope they drown.
Yow.
I don't think anyone would mourn a couple of future arsonists.
Just gonna go ahead and not log that as a threat.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Seriously though, thanks for dealing with it.
Find a way back to Firewatch Lookout.
Well, this lake does seem like a good spot to swim, even if the last people to do so were assholes.
Right now, though, it's all snowmelt, so you'll freeze your balls off. But as hot as it's been, maybe that's a fair trade.
Starting to feel like it.
Damn it. Oh, there's no cash up here.
I take it you fell prey to the Forest Service's big recruiting effort? When it comes to, how the hell you ended up out here?
I saw the job in the paper and figured, what the heck.
What the heck? I've got no ties and no life. Better go spend what's left of it in utter loneliness.
Something like that?
Yeah, thanks to last summer, the bump in Forest Service budget actually allowed for us to advertise for the job. Glad it worked.
What happened last summer that accounted for this, windfall?
Jeez. I mean, the federal government almost let Yellowstone National Park burn to the ground? Ring a bell?
Yellowstone is 15 miles away. Why would they do that?
Well, the short story is that for 60 years, we got very good at not letting forest fires happen. And then about 15 years ago, they decided that forest fires in wilderness areas like Yellowstone should be left to burn. So that's what they did. I can't believe you didn't hear about this. There were reports that the entire park was gone. Dan Rather telling the country that President Reagan didn't care on the nightly news. I mean, what the hell's he gonna do? Smoke jump in and snuff one out for the Gipper?
So what should they have done?
I don't even know. By the time the Yellowstone folks realized the little fires weren't gonna burn themselves out, 100,000 acres were gone. It's Yellowstone, People don't want to touch it. But we touch it every single day. But hey, I got a 30 cents an hour raise because we can't have another fiasco. Like the goddamn park can burn down again.
Fair enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ron got some bad news back home, so hopefully they'll let me out of here for a while. Who's to say, though? Budgets being what they are. Did you get my note about what went down in Wapiti? Sheriff isn't too pleased with me, but I don't know. I probably overdid it. Wish you would have been here. I guess you must have got hung up, Dan. P.S. Amigos is Spanish and profesionales is Italian. Oh, an old sweater.
I found a sweatshirt from the University of Eastern Colorado.
There's a University of Eastern Colorado?
I really don't think there is.
Why would somebody make that up?
Right, and then put it on a sweatshirt.
The world's a weird place.
The Fourth Estate. Honestly, he was more cordial than I would have been with them. There's a certain point where it's get your ass out of that lake. Walk over and speak to me naked. It doesn't even look like the same place. The color palette's really making it look like I'm in the goddamn deserts of Tatooine. Speaking of Tatooine, I do intend to hopefully do some Star Wars games here in the next little bit.
So, I have a bit of a confession to make.
Shoot.
What is it?
Look, I was drunk last night when I welcomed you to the job.
Yeah, well, you're not the first boss to be guilty of that.
I know, I know I can get a little pushy, putting you on the spot about why you're out here and stuff.
It's fine.
I'll keep that sort of a thing to a minimum. Anyway, let me know when you get back to your lookout.
Oh, I can see my tower from far away.
Yeah, we experimented with hidden underground towers for a while, but we weren't really happy with the results.
I'm with you all summer, huh? With whatever this sense of humor is.
Can you even believe? You're gonna love it.
Totally. Yeah, I remember before I had left, I had pointed out that Jedi Fallen Order was gonna be a thing I was gonna try to do, and in the lead up to Jedi Survivor coming out, and I never got around to it. So probably try to reignite those plans, and for what the hell of it, maybe throw Outlaws in there too, even though it wasn't as good as either of those two games. I'll be honest, I did play Outlaws, and I don't think it's the worst thing to ever exist, but wow, it needed some work. Uh-oh.
Hey, I heard some thunder.
Yeah, I've got eyes on a storm out to the north.
Well, that's bad, right? Because of the lightning?
It just means we'll be busy. Hurry home, and try not to get hit by lightning.
I got hit by lightning when I was 9 years old, so I'm safe. It's not gonna strike twice, all that.
Well, there was an old lookout named Roy Sullivan who got hit by lightning 7 times.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, well, if it makes you feel any better, it wasn't what killed him.
What killed him?
Suicide. Would you believe?
Well, that's depressing. Oh, I just realized that's the Roy we keep hearing in the notes. Dave and Roy. Oh, yeah. I will say, hang on one second. Alright, had a little bit of an internet fiasco there for a second.
What's in this cave down here?
In Thunder Canyon?
Thunder Canyon?
Hey, I didn't name it. But in the cave, I don't know, rocks. NFS tells people not to go too far in there. It's pretty dangerous.
So...
So, I say, fuck it. You're a grown man, you can go where you want.
Great. Used to go caving with someone back in Colorado. She loved it. Might be great to explore it sometime this summer.
Well, that could be fun. Obviously, be very careful.
It doesn't seem that dangerous. Whoa, whoa! Ah, no!
Henry!
Seriously, it's completely fine in here.
God damn it.
Douche.
Hello? Oh!
I like that he's doing that not over the radio.
This cave is gated off.
It's to stop spelunkers from dying without getting the keys from the Forest Service office first.
Makes sense.
Although Debbie says she lost them like 3 years ago, so maybe its mysteries are locked away for good.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, but maybe you can find another one to get your caving kicks in.
Oh, this one's so close to home and convenient, though.
Aw, sorry, Hank.
This is definitely not the way I'm supposed to go. But I think I'll be going through here later, so. Probably just head back to the tower for the night. Yeah, I feel like a sequel to this game would have really worked out well, where you just actually, I don't know, do your job, and some weird stuff happens, like procedurally generated stuff happens, but that's what it is.
There's some guy out here.
Some guy? Wait, he's looking at you? Is he doing anything else?
I don't think so.
Henry, there's something someone should have told you about this area.
What is it?
It's outside.
Come on.
The whole thing. And people come and go as they please. It's madness.
Yeah, okay. I get it.
Look, bumping into someone in the middle of nowhere is part of the fun.
Or part of being murdered, but you know. Pick your poison, really. There's like 5 different ways for me to... Yeah, so it's in. You know what? Until dawn, that's for taking the hard path. Alright. Yeah, that was the easy path. Oh well. Ow.
Damn it. Well, that trail isn't closed anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I took care of the blocked path. It was backbreaking, but, you know, anything for the service.
Well, thank you.
Anytime.
No, it's really funny if you think about it. Looks like that guy was like in my tower. Yeah, he was.
What can I do for you?
Well, my typewriter is on the ground, outside of my tower.
You right?
Yeah, look, the wind? No. How the hell...
You should get inside.
Fuck me. Someone broke in.
Hey, what?
They wrecked the place. Threw my typewriter out the window. Motherfucker.
Holy shit. I'll let the Forest Service know what happened.
My fucking sheets are gone.
They stole your sheets? That's just mean.
Yeah, it sucks. The place is trashed. I'm gonna have to fix the window.
Okay, I put in a call.
That was fast.
Yeah, well, do you have any idea who could have done this?
Maybe that guy I saw in the canyon, but I don't know why the fuck he'd want to mess with my stuff.
Well, I'll have the Rangers keep an eye out for a man hiking on his own and question him if they find him. I can't believe someone would do this. I worry about bears and fires, and that's about it. And now I've got to worry about some deranged hiker going after lookouts? Great. Okay, in the morning I'm gonna call my friend Patty, who works the desk down in Cody. They keep a list of everyone who's officially been in and out of the trailhead since, I don't know, forever, and see if we can get a list of names. We won't get much, but at least if anything else happens, we can refer to it and see if anything comes up.
Thanks.
I need you to feel safe out here.
Just point me to the Forest Service weapons cache and I'll feel safer than the Pope in his little car.
Yeah, someone made the choice years ago that leaving people with infinite amounts of alone time and a gun was kind of a bad idea.
Well, I can't imagine why.
Grenades?
I'll see what I can do.
Grenades.